Action.
Hello viewers, my name is Ambassador Stainless Precious. You're welcome again to another episode of Spotlight on Mass Media Hub. And today we'll be discussing with an amazing gentleman, a quintessential individual, a one who have seen it all at his young age. Ladies and gentlemen, our last episode was exciting, very interesting, and of course we saw the comments on our pages. We want to say thank you to all our viewers and those who follow us on our social medias. Today, our spotlight is on a man we call the Honorable RIKKI Richard CHINEDU NWAJIOFOR. He is the Deputy President of the Youth Council of Nigeria, NYCN. He is the Honorable Speaker Ndibo Youth Parliament, NYP, worldwide. He is the Director General, DG, Coalition of Patriotic Youth Leadership, COPYL. A member of the Association of Movie Producers, AMP. A member of Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN. A member of Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ. A member of Coalition of Ethnic Youth Leaders of Nigeria, Sion. He is a Nollywood filmmaker, researcher, a public speaker, a prolific writer, a translator, a social crusader, a philanthropist par excellence, a patriotic Nigerian who believes that Nigeria will be great again. He is the editor-in-chief of Face of Made in Nigeria magazine and a blogger. He is fluent in Igbo, English, and Spanish languages, and he understands a handful of French. He is a passionate lover of African cultural heritage, which spurred him to take the prestigious Ozo title, Ozo Apata Igbo, one of Ayin. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome my friend, my brother, Honorable RIKKI Richard. You're welcome to our studio.
It's a pleasure to be here, Stainless.
Going through your resume, going through your achievements, going through your record and your profile, you are a wonderful gentleman. At your young age, I know Nigerians will be happy to hear the words coming out from your mouth. First, we have 10 questions for you.
Wow, jump questions.
Not jump question per se. In leadership and youth influencer,
Okay.
what motivated you to go into with multiple leadership position you hold, and what's that motivating factor in advocacy, youth advocacy?
All right. Growing up, I grew up with the love for this nation, Nigeria. I traveled out of Nigeria, out of that youthful exuberance, thinking that there is greener pasture
Out there
across
the
the
border.
border. I was doing well. I graduated, worked with Celtel, now Airtel, when it was Celtel.
Wow, Celtel then.
Before I got that job, I was a teacher because I graduated and told myself I wasn't gonna stay at home. I must lay my hands on anything good.
Good.
Working with Celtel as a market developer, I was one of the best, and I won the best market developer. I was promoted. I became in charge of all the market developers, those who started the same job with me.
Wow.
But then all of a sudden, I tried going for my master's in UK. I resigned from the job, but unfortunately, I was duped.
Jesus.
The money spent, £6,000 spent to pay the school fees in UK. The travel agent I used, story came in. The embassy rejected the visa, saying that the college the agent chose was among the colleges that the UK government has listed out to erase
Wow.
from their enlisted colleges and universities. And then it broke me down.
Apologies.
And then they said I can, because they saw the receipt that I paid the school fees. They said I can choose another university or college, pay the school fees, and then. But as you know, as far back as 2008, £6,000 was a great money.
It's not a small money. It's not
it
a small
was
money.
full of my savings, my dad, and then my mom, and then my cousin, whom my dad trained right from childhood, made it possible. But then that was it. I decided not to give up the hope.
Wow.
I ventured into business.
Oh my God.
Went to my friend's shop in Trade Fair, Lagos. Saw what he was doing. He was into wears, boutique, female wears, and a little of men's wears, but mostly female wears. I was there with him for 5 days. From house, I go there and come back for 5 days. I told him, young man, it's like I'm interested in this business. And then, unfortunately, he's late now. May he rest in peace.
Amen.
I got into that, started learning more. After 1 month, a friend of his, who is a travel agent, also came to his shop and has an office within that plaza, and told him about Vietnam visa. I said, wow, Vietnam visa. What do they do in Vietnam? I researched and found out that they have best of wares.
Yeah, they are.
And it was cheap in those days. I don't know about now. So I told her that I had interest, that I have interest in that, and she got the visa. It was supposed to be 14 days. But because of my experience, I was panicking. At the 14th day, I couldn't get a visa.
Oh my God.
I was in a panic mode. On the 16th day, the visa came out. I was so happy.
Thank God.
I managed to source resource from my parents too, and then went to that Vietnam with only $2,000.
With only $2,000.
Aside my flight ticket money, had only $2,000 with me. $2,100.
Oh
I can still remember.
Oh my God.
And I got my way. I went there. Some people started convincing me to stay back. Why do I want to go back to Nigeria? Nigeria is not this. Nigeria. I tried to, but then one day, I think on the 11th day or the 14th day, I was going around. I saw in the evening, I saw some Nigerian youths trying to find a place of shelter in church where they would sleep.
Wow. And
I had my hotel that I was paying. And then one of them that I saw there was among those asking me to stay. I told myself,
irony,
for me to stay back. It's not that he's doing well. Assuming he was doing well, it would have given me that conviction.
Encouragement.
It was among those staying in the church just to find a shelter. Some stay beside the church, not right inside the church. Just find something and cover yourself. In the morning, they find a place to take their bath, and then also continues. I convinced myself, young man, utilize the remaining dollars that you have. Go and buy anything you can lay your hands on.
Leave this country.
You have your return ticket. Please go home. Which I did. Came back and I found out it was a wonderful trip. I bought a pair of Vietnam jeans, which everybody knows that they have stock.
Yeah,
stock
they are good.
Very wonderful stock.
Yeah.
Jeans. I bought it at the rate of $1.70 something cents. Some I bought at $2 and some I bought at $2.50 at most. And dollar then was 119 naira, 120.
That was then.
And then in
what year was this?
That was 2009, 2008.
Oh my God.
Because I did it 2008, end of 2008, 2009. And then the story that I want to tell now entered 2010. So in 2008, end of 2008, dollar was 119 naira, 120 naira. And in market and in business, if you travel out to get your wares and products, you times it by 2 or by 3, depending on the kind of flight tickets you bought and other expenses, to get the actual cost of a product. So I made it like 3 times. So I made those I bought at $2.50. I made it like $7.50. And by $7.50, it wasn't up to 1,000. I mean, not up to 1,000 naira per jean. But in those days, stock jean was sold at 2,500 and people were rushing it.
Oh my
so God. I sold my own at 2,000 and 2,150. People rushed mine. I made double gain.
Oh my God.
I sent that money to a friend I made there. and they sent me product. I started doing it.
Oh,
In a space of 6 months to 8 months, I had a full shop. Another 1 year, I got a second shop. So I was doing well. The story behind that I was doing well already.
Yeah.
But at the end of 2009, after selling season, you know, every Christmas used to be our season. I made money in that season. My brother, I don't know what came to my head. Okay, I was chatting with a friend of mine outside, and it was like, Senegal is a place to be.
Oh my God.
Man, in Senegal, under 6 months, you will make it. You will see it. I told myself, okay, what am I even doing here with this? Let me just. I finished that December stuff. I told my elder brother, the remaining wares in my shops, in 2 of my shops, please come and take stock. I had a stock remaining around 700 and something thousand naira clothes remaining in my shop as far back as 2009 December. The money I had with me, I bought flight tickets, changed the other ones to dollars. By January 2010, 9th January, I bought flight ticket. I missed my flight. It was God telling me something I didn't know anyway. So I confirmed it for the next day, on the 10th January. I was in Senegal. I was welcome. Lo and behold, there was nothing in Senegal. I stayed for 4 months. They helped me to finish the money I came with under 3 months.
Oh my God.
It was smart. Bros, just find me $100 there. I will get it back to you. Just my job will pay soon. I said, which job? Me gonna show me the job. Is it the company? What is that? You said they have company. What is which job?
What's going on here?
Man, 5 months down the line,
nothing.
I had to call money from Nigeria. So at this good enough at getting to the 6th month, I ran into a friend who told me about South America, Ecuador. And then from Ecuador, we talked about Ecuador, and now thought about Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados. They said Nigerian passports entered those places free in those days. Okay, that Barbados is good. It's filled with blacks, and we could go there. The guy was convincing us that he has somebody who would do a flight ticket cheap rate. I told my guy, we were too, and then a friend of mine, a student of mine that that was disturbing me, that said he wants to travel. I told him, okay, I'm going to Barbados. You can now come to Senegal. See the means I've got to do. Come and join me. All of us will travel. Together. Since you said you want to travel, it is not easy outside. Oh, here I am. It's not easy, but I don't want to go back to Nigeria. I don't squander my money. I can't come back empty-handed. He said, no problem. He came, 3 of us, me, the young guy, and then one of the guy I met there called Zim. We boarded for Barbados.
Wow.
Went to Venezuela as transit. Venezuela didn't allow us to travel to Barbados.
Oh my God.
Because we were supposed to transit in Trinidad and Tobago. And within that period, Trinidad and Tobago made it compulsory that Nigerians must have transit visa. So their Caribbean Airways refused to carry us. We were at the Venezuela airport for 2 days. On the 3rd day, we were thinking, what do we do? Now, one lady passed and asked me, okay, before then, one man, we were disturbing him. He was like, okay, we are making arrangements to communicate the best way out. It was that lady that I will tell her story. She came, collected our passport on that 3rd day. Now they sorted out Caribbean Airways and said that we're not going to come down inside the airport. That when the flight lands, we're going to cross through the up. And then go over to the boarding flight, another flight again that will take us to Barbados. That was the arrangement. 3 of us, we became like contraband goods.
What a movement.
We crossed, went to Barbados in all that hustles. I missed all that hustles. Landed in the morning in Barbados. Lo and behold, the chief immigration officer said, "Where are they from?" They said Nigeria. I said, "No, I'm not allowing them into our country." I thought it was a joke. I said, "Please show me the chief immigration officer," because the immigration officers there refused. They went to her and showed her, and they said no. She said no. They showed us the woman. I asked her, "Ma, even as at this morning, I checked before our flight took off from Venezuela. the Nigerian passport is still free visa to
Yes, Barbados.
visa free to Barbados. She said, theoretically, yes. Your passport, you can throw it into my country, no problem.
Child.
But you, as a Nigerian, I will never allow you into my country.
Oh my God.
I thought it was a joke. We were there in the morning. I think our flight arrived around either to 9 or 10. There was no food, no water until around 5 to 6 p.m. when the return flight was arranged. They returned us back to Venezuela. So in that Venezuela, we were just singing our song of the Israelites.
Child.
So that's so we will go back.
What an experience.
God sent an angel. We were there waiting for a return. They seized our bags
Wow.
and our passports. So we were there waiting for them to arrange for a flight that would take us back to Senegal or to Nigeria. They were confused.
Yeah.
We have Nigerian passport, so it should be to. We don't have Venezuela. Senegal
visa.
not just visa, but
Passport.
what's it called? Resident permit.
Permit. Okay.
So they were confused. They wanted to verify whether on arrival Senegal can still give us visa. But these are deportees. Can Senegal allow them? So they were still making the arrangement. That lady that came and took the passport from us, I didn't even recognize her face. She was passing. She saw me because I was still wearing the same clothes. She saw me. Said, her English was so cut and joined. Venezuela is a Spanish country.
Yes.
She asked me, are you still here? I said yes. I said, okay, what's the problem? I said it's Caribbean airline. They are trying to torment my life. She said, I work in Caribbean airline. I said, then you people caused it and you are asking me the problem. She said, calm down, tell me. I told her my story. She felt bad. She asked me, I know you don't want to go back to Nigeria. I said, I don't want to go back to Nigeria. She said, where do you have intention of going? Do you have any country you want to go that your passport can enter? I said, it was Quito, Ecuador that we were planning. It was my friend that brought issue of Barbados, and we forgot Ecuador and decided for Barbados. I told her I can go to Ecuador. Do you have somebody? I told her I don't have, but my friend has.
Yes.
She said, okay, I will help you. Where is your passport? I said, I told her they seized our passports now. We are deportees. We are under deportation.
Wow.
She shook her head. She said, okay, don't worry. I'll make a call. That lady placed a call to the chief immigration officer in Venezuela. They commanded Caribbean Airways to hand over our passport to her.
Oh my God.
She asked me whether I had money to buy my flight ticket to Ecuador. I asked her how much. She said it's around $500 or something. I said yes, because I had up to $1,000 in my card.
Wow.
While leaving Senegal. I asked my people, they sent me money, so I loaded it in my card. So I told her yes, that I have. But unfortunately, the other boy that I came with doesn't have enough. But the other guy has some.
Yes.
I added my money, but she gave me another favor. She said, if you buy the tickets with dollars from here, it will cost you that $500 and something. Bring your card, give me the pin. I'll send somebody to go into the city and withdraw it in Bolivariano, which is in their local currency. Yeah. It will be equivalent of $300 and something.
Oh my God.
That time it was Chavez that was their president. Chavez made it a law that if you're buying anything in dollars, the price will rise.
Double.
He wanted everybody to be using their local money, so that their money will have strength. I did that. She sent somebody to withdraw it, bought the ticket at the equivalent of $300 and something.
What a trust.
I came back. I was panicking. This one that collected my ATM. That if she collected the money, that die. But good enough, she came back. After a few hours, she tapped me and said, your flight is in the evening. See your flight ticket. I'll get you boarding pass in the next 2 hours.
Oh my God.
I thought it was a joke. My guys were still like not
panicking.
The other guy, I had to pay for his flight ticket. The other guy, I added money for him. So we got the flight tickets. In that 2 hours, she came with her boarding pass. I asked her, what of our bag? He said, no, forget your bag for now. Just to go. When you arrive Ecuador, write to me in my email. I'll give you my email. Complain that we are supposed to bring your bag, but you didn't see your bag.
Oh
that email will give me authority to go and get your bag and send to you.
Hey, I feel like clapping.
As in, no, I don't know her again today, but she
God.
deserves my clapping. She has been, she was, and she's still an angel sent to my life. That is how it happened. Like play. We were boarding that flight, but we were still afraid. Will somebody tell us, come back? Until the flight moved. We found ourselves at Ecuador. Lo and behold, we paid for a visa on arrival. That was, I think, was it $30? But we were requested extra $50. There's no place where there is no corruption.
There is no country.
They collected extra $50 or so from us. We didn't understand the way they said, hold on, let's call somebody to tell you. They called a Nigerian. The Nigerian told us, said, guy, they could not give them $50, otherwise no, they go back to Nigeria. I said, I asked, I said, that's the only thing. I beg, tell her, make you withdraw from my card. Yeah, lo and behold, we entered the city. And that's how I entered into Ecuador. Why did I tell this story? I've been into some countries. Apart from Ecuador, I've traveled to about other 14 countries.
Wow.
I visited. In Uganda, I lived for 2 years. I've been and lived in some of these countries and found out that Nigeria is more blessed than those countries.
Wow.
Ecuador is well organized. They don't even have good topography. It's a hilly place. Just like you see Zuma Rock and other places. They have hilly areas. And then in those hilly areas, government tarred road up to that mountain. People are living in that mountain.
Wow. And
buses are mandated to be running in that route. As long as government has mapped out an area that it is habitable, they must tar the road, they must put lights, they must mandate buses that will go there to make life easy for the people.
Dividends.
But what do they have? They don't have 1/10 of what we have.
Oh my God.
Their major source of income is agriculture. They have mineral resources, but it's not up to 1/10 of what we have. They tap from agriculture, they tap from tourism, and they are doing well. And their people, their government is making use of those resources to better the lives of the people. They are still under the third world country, or let me call it second world country, but they are more organized. In Ecuador, before you witness power failure, you hear the announcements.
Oh my God.
They don't have what we have.
Ecuador.
Wow. And now, all of these countries, we are better than them. So I made my research and found out that the problem we have in Nigeria is problem of leadership. It's a problem of leadership. By the time we get the right leaders to take charge of our affairs,
the hem of our
Nigeria
affairs
will be greater than most of the countries we travel for greener pasture.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So I asked myself, do we sit down and continue to complain without proffering solutions, without putting our hands on deck and joining our efforts to ensure that Nigeria becomes a better place? Like you read part of my brief profile. I believe, I'm so patriotic that I believe that Nigeria can be great again. Wow. I'm not among those who have cursed Nigeria, who said Nigeria can never make it again. Not at all. I believe that Nigeria can be great again. It's about one day that God will give us a Joshua who will become the president of this nation. And when he becomes the president of this nation, we will enter the promised land.
Amen.
Imagine the kind of mineral resources we have.
Numerous.
Which state? In my state now, Enugu State, we are not among those states that are oil producing states. But then gas was discovered late last year.
Cool.
Before them, people were tapping the gas. It's just that one day the people saw flames. For 3 days, the flames were up. So they started research and found out that there is sufficient deposit of gas.
Oh my God.
In Enugu State. Forget about coal that was in 1960. So every state in Nigeria has a mineral resource. Not one, not two, mineral resources. Now, if we have a Joshua who will lead us into the promised land. Nigeria will be better than Nigeria of 1960, Nigeria of 1960 something. Nigeria became bad 1978 after the first attack.
Yes.
And 1980 we started going back. In those, my father used to tell me, in those days, if you are sent abroad to go and study, you begin to cry. It's like because you are missing home.
I don't want to miss my father's land.
Yes, they will send you money equivalent of 1 naira. 1 naira was 2 naira. I think 1 naira was the equivalent of $1.50.
Wow.
They will send you money for school. But now, if your people gather you and say they want to send you abroad, you go for Thanksgiving. You say miracle has happened.
It's the biggest breakthrough.
So, leadership is our problem.
Okay.
I told myself, delve into youth leadership. Mentor some people who you can still encourage to instill in them the spirit of patriotism to believe in this nation, Nigeria. Because the truth is, majority of our youth no longer believe in this nation.
This country again.
Some will tell you, I beg, which Nigeria?
Forget Nigeria.
But then a handful of us still believe that Nigeria.
Yeah.
I have American friends who just visited recently again. I helped them to secure the visa on arrival. Their friends. When they were asking me something, Rikki, I've met some people and they would want to go to America. Some are even asking me to get them American wives. And I don't think you have interest in traveling out and living in America. I told them, no. I can only go to America and visit and come back. I cannot live in any other country aside Nigeria as that is now.
No.
Because I've seen it all there.
I've seen it all.
A country where you are relaxed. Forget about the insecurity happening.
Wow.
But we are still the best of what we are. A country where you can feel at home. Eat whatever you want to eat. The much you can afford.
Yes.
And then go to sleep, enjoy, wake up. Okay. We are the happiest people on earth.
Oh my God.
And how God has done it, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Upon all these sufferings, we must gather. We go gather for evening, go drink one bottle of beer. Outside Nigeria, those places I'm telling you, people gather and drink a bottle of beer. They share it.
Oh my God.
They'll buy another one and share.
Talk to me.
No, they will sit down and say, Madam, give them 3 bottles. Give them 3 bottles. Give them 3 bottles. You did your own. They drink your own 3 bottles.
I heard Nigerians, anything that happens, they must drink to it. Good, bad, ugly.
We celebrate everything. Somebody die, we go drink on top of the death.
Okay.
Somebody, they gave birth to a child, we go drink. So we must celebrate. Happy people over. So it's leadership problem that I found out that spurred me into going into youth leadership and youth advocacy. Trying to encourage Nigerian youth to believe in this country and then to imbibe good leadership traits. Not to look onto our leaders. Because the unfortunate thing is that we complain about our leaders being looters, but the amount of looters on the waiting list, youth who are on the waiting list planning with their dagger on their waist when they see national cake,
our fathers,
they'll be worse than those who are looting right now.
Okay, that brings us to your second question. You said you are the face of Made in Nigeria movement, and it's very powerful. I want to ask, what brings the creation? What inspired the creation, and what can the Nigerian youth practically embrace in this innovation?
It has a nexus between what I've just said now.
Yeah.
Because having been spoiled by the love of this nation, and having that belief that Nigeria has what it takes to be great, I came up with that concept that let's sensitize our people to believe in our products.
Wow.
And because I'm into entertainment, I decided to use pageantry.
Okay.
To motivate young people.
Yeah.
So Face of Made in Nigeria is a pageantry, is a movement, but it's also a pageantry.
Wow.
We sensitize the youth to go into crafts, to go into skills, learn a skill, then believe in the output of those skills.
Wow.
Somebody has gone into fashion and design. Do you believe in wearing the clothes made by a fellow Nigerian? Do you believe in wearing the shoe made by a fellow Nigerian? This shirt was made by a tailor in Nigeria here.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I didn't buy it from outside.
It's beautiful.
I practically try my best to ensure that I patronize the youth who are into anything they do.
The
homemade. So the idea is, if we begin to patronize homemade products, a lot of youth will be employed.
Yeah.
For example, let me use Innocent. I was among those who advocated in 2018, 2019 that government should make it mandatory that all parastatals, all agencies of government should buy their buses, cars from Innocent Motors. What's the brain behind it? Even if there is other or there are other manufacturing companies owned by Nigerians, car manufacturing countries owned by Nigerians, let them patronize those people. Because when you buy them, if you have a demand of 2,000 buses from Innocent today, what will it do? It will make Innocent to expand production.
Yeah.
Who are those to be employed? Nigerian youths.
That's true.
And then they said an idle mind is a devil's workshop. When a youth is not engaged in doing something meaningful and gainful, because he can be engaged in something and it's not meaningful and it's not gainful, your mind will be reversed. But if you are into something that is gainful and meaningful, you find out that, oh, you are interested in going out for where you get your daily bread. So Innocent will expand. You get more hands on deck. Youth will be employed. Other brands will also do the same. We also advocated that the National Assembly should make it mandatory for civil servants to wear 3 times in a week, at least 3 times in a week, Nigerian fabrics to go to work. The idea is, for example, women, when they go to work today with this, they will change again. Instead of going to buy those suits, instead of going to buy those, wear Nigerian made Ankara. In Uganda, they are practicing it in Uganda now. So go and wear your own. And when you wear it often, you find out that most graduates will go into fashion and design.
Yes.
Because there will be a lot of demand.
A lot.
Do you know that what's his name? This country, Ethiopia. In Ethiopia, you don't import anything that you import. The tariff will pursue you out.
Yes, will discourage you.
You must manufacture their things. That anything you want to,
just
you must manufacture it in Ethiopia. Brother here.
Wow.
You must assemble those things. Okay, we also ask people, even if you want to start manufacturing or start importing computers here, make it compulsory that some of those softwares or hardwares that are simple that we can do here in Nigeria, that you put your plant here in Nigeria and begin to manufacture them. Other ones you can import them and assemble the whole product here then.
Oh my God.
So this is just the movement, and the idea behind it is that spirit of patriotism, trying to promote the fact that we must believe in our country, believe in what we produce. There was this slogan that later came up in 2020, 2021, said, let's eat what we produce.
Yeah, it was.
The idea, I can't remember the last I ate foreign rice.
That's serious.
Years back. You don't buy foreign rice in my house. And it is wonderful that the taste of our local rice is so wonderful. No stones.
Wow, that's
so why will I spend my money going to buy foreign rice?
Nigerians, you can hear.
In Thailand, where they store rice for up to 14 years, there are some bags of rice that will be marked not to be sold in Thailand.
But they'll go import it.
No, they must export it out, because any rice that is more than 1 year, they will tell them, don't sell it in Thailand again.
Oh my God.
Their people are eating nice food. They will export it, and here you'll be rejoicing and eating foreign rice. Eat local rice and you see the tastes.
Wow.
Very nice. And then you are encouraging somebody to go into farming.
Wow.
If you are eating normal, if you want to eat chicken, go and buy normal chicken and kill it. Don't go for frozen chicken.
Wow.
Because you don't even know what those Chinese and those other people injected in those frozen chicken, whether they were sick, whether they had problem or anything, and then they were slaughtered and whatever, or injected chemicals, and then they make it frozen food and they exported it here, and our people will go and import it and bring it here, and you are eating it. Buy live chicken from a poultry. You are encouraging that person to continue in business. That is just a simple aspect of that. So that is the face of Made in Nigeria, that we are projecting made in Nigerian products in all ramifications, not just products and services. Believe in our engineers. Those who are awarding contracts, award the contracts to our own homemade engineers. Why is it that when our people travel out, they become the best outside Nigeria, but here we undervalue them? Believe in our homemade medicines. Do you know that there are some Nigerian made herbal medicines that are far better than English produced chemicals called medicine? I am so happy today that federal government through the Ministry of Health is already advocating for homemade herbal medicines.
Wow.
All you need is to come and register with them, let them test it through NAFDAC and ensure that the dosage and everything is fine. I was in an event yesterday. They launched another body. They have a body in charge of some herbal medicine. Other persons also came together and launched another body, which Minister of Health sent a representative and told them, we are absolutely behind you. It is high time we started encouraging our homemade. Why will you believe in a product where you don't know the kind of chemicals that they have concord
used in making it?
In those days, our forefathers would go and boil herbs. When they boil herbs, they will be fine. It's just enough dosage, and you will see them living longer.
Wow.
And people now believe in taking any kind of medications, and they call it imported medications. A lifespan is now 50-55.
Oh, that's serious. That's painful.
So all of them are all encapsulated in Made in Nigeria.
Made in Nigeria.
The face of Made in Nigeria is pushing that we believe in our Nigeria, believe in Nigerian products, believe in Nigerian services.
I believe our viewers will start using Made in Nigeria from your conviction and your words of experience. Okay, your Nollywood filmmaking journey. As a filmmaker and a member of Association of Movie Producers and also AGN, Actors Guild of Nigeria, how do you think the Nollywood can change the narrative, balance commercial success with cultural preservation and national image, not just to make money sharp?
That you use the last word of what that last word strikes.
Yes.
Don't blame producers who want to make their money sharp.
Okay.
An investor will want a return on investment.
Oh, that's true.
That is an investor for you.
He's a businessman.
Now, America started at a point called all the filmmakers in America, because the powers that be in America came together and asked, how do we make our country the greatest in the world?
Wow.
The truth is that media, whether you like it or not, media can make and unmake. It can make or mar.
Oh man, wow, so powerful.
A product that is so wonderful can be made to look inferior by media. It's a constant negative supply of publicity. People will begin to doubt that product.
Yeah.
But when you take that product to laboratory, you find out that this is the best product.
Yes.
But a fake product with well packaged adverts.
Oh my God.
You will think that you're already in heaven using
from
that
mass
product.
media.
So that is what media can do.
Okay.
Media has a way of reorientating. Media has a way of calibrating our psyche.
Oh my God.
Anything you constantly present to a child, you are instilling in some part of his or her psyche that particular thing. It sticks there. That is why it is so important for you to know what your child or your children watch and view or read, because it forms them.
Yes.
Now with media, Nigeria image can be washed. I was talking about the Americans. They now brought the filmmakers and said, tell us, we want to collaborate with you. We are going to give you White House. Do you know that they shoot films in White House?
Wow, that's serious.
We are going to give you everything you need, including sponsorship and funds. But before you produce any movie, we must go through the script.
Yeah.
And in the end of every movie, America must triumph. Have you ever seen any American war film that America has lost?
There's none.
If they lose in that particular, there must be part 2. What for part 2? Last, America must win.
Wow.
Even if it remains one soldier.
One soldier.
And then tell me, while a child, an American child, will be watching that movie
and will
without having that pomposity in him or her that I am the greatest in the world.
Yes.
It has instilled in sense of patriotism and then sense of pride into that child.
That's true.
Talk about Nigerian movie. If you open your screen, is it that you see KOK or Yule Doche trying to do no, we are juju.
Okay.
To the extent that in Uganda, they believe that every Nigerian is a powerful juju man.
Yeah, even in Liberia.
They believe that we are all powerful. Somebody approached me and said, "Can I help him? He needs a juju to make money." I told him, I said, if I can do it, why will I be doing here in Uganda? I would have been in Nigeria multiplying money. And that is wrong message being passed. The truth I want to tell people is that till date, I've done the research. There is nothing like ritual money.
There is nothing like ritual money.
There's something I'm going to say in the open. Some people you think that have committed ritual money are only using ritual somehow to fortify themselves, unquote.
Yes.
And then make themselves look so powerful that you can't intimidate them.
Yes.
And then it is a group of friends that help themselves. Call it cult, call it anything. What they do is that we will empower ourselves. I have 1 billion. Yeah. What are you doing? I will invest my 500 in your own.
All of us
carry in your own. Do your own. Yeah. Money multiplies money. But there is nothing that is a ritual that you sit down, somebody will be vomiting money.
That's true.
And then, if Nigerians decide that we are going to portray the image of Nigeria outside and make Nigeria look great again, it must come through filmmakers. But don't blame filmmakers, like I said earlier. I can't invest my money in something and you as a government will come and dictate for me how to manage it. When government has refused to fund filmmakers. At a point during Jonathan's time, Goodluck Jonathan, there was a fund mapped out for filmmakers. But unfortunately, Nigerian factor entered into it. Man, no man. That money entered into the wrong hands.
Wow.
You know, sometimes when they say Nollywood, these government people don't even know that Nollywood is not the actors you see on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Those are employees.
Yeah.
The actors are simply employees. The employer of labor in Nollywood are filmmakers, are the producers. They are the ones who assemble those actors, assemble cinematographer, assemble a director, assemble actors, assemble scriptwriters, makeup artists. It is the producer that is the employer. Now, if you want to invest in Nollywood as a government or government agency, it must be filmmakers, film producers, movie producers that you call on board together with undertaking. You write serious on that. Nigeria, I don't know why we play all the time. In fact, some will say, would they play for Express too much? You bring 5 billion and then you share it anyhow. Carry picture, carry video like Governor Muneke. Edit it. You have shared, you have empowered Nollywood. What are you doing? Nonsense. Call real filmmakers. See, they must sign undertaking. I don't believe in grants without undertaking.
Yeah.
I am giving you a grant of 5 million. You must sign undertaking that in 1 year, you must show me what you've done and how many people have employed. But if you don't do it, you return the money and the interest in it, and or you go to jail.
There must be a consequence.
There must be a consequence in this nation. There is no consequence for so many. That's why people do anything and go scot-free. So government must be intentional in funding movie producers and filmmaking. That is when you can decide the kind of script that someone can produce. Yeah. Okay, you want to make a film costing you 30 million because we can use 5 million to produce film. It's only in Nigeria that we do that magic.
Oh my God.
American embassy has called movie producers to, they want to study how we do this magic when they themselves are using $5 million. $5 million. That it's just a
low budget and high budget.
And then we are using equivalent of 5 million naira. We'll do film, and it will say we produce more than 2,000 films, 2,000 different films in a month.
In a month, child,
the highest in the whole world.
That's serious.
Now, ask me, those films, what are they projecting? Now, if you want to train a Nigerian child with a sense of patriotism, we must start making the kind of films that children will watch and have that sense of pride in Nigeria. They will grow priding to be in Nigeria, priding in green, white, green.
That's true.
Because of the kind of film we make. The government can only detect that When I laughed when they brought one secular a few months ago that they're going to be censoring all the movies. If you don't do that, blah blah blah, you pay this, you pay. I laughed with my money. You government, you're not giving me kobo. I struggle to use my money. You want to censor me? Okay, censor. I won't sell it in CD. I will do online. Come and catch me online. Yeah. I go upload that.
That's serious.
There are so many online platforms. They only know YouTube. There are so many other online platforms. You can only call people together and say, come, let's make this Nigeria great.
Oh my God.
We are bringing 10 billion naira for the movie industry. Any one of you who has a budget of 20, 30 million, minimal. Let's start with minimal budget. Don't go with those people who say they produce movie worth 200 million, 300 million. Leave them first. Let's go with minimal 20, 30 million. It can produce a good movie that will tell a good story. Okay, bring it. We'll scrutinize the script. At the end of it, it must inculcate morals and sense of dignity in any person watching it. Because what we do now, in most of the movies, our youth have come to believe that make money, quick money, is what reigns.
Yes.
Get rich quick syndrome is killing our youth.
Nobody
believes in hard work. I won't say nobody because there are people who still believe. The majority of the Nigerian youth don't believe in hard work anymore.
At all.
They will tell you, na smart work would they do. Na smart work, me would do and cut corner. Anything you cut corner to get will have a repercussion and consequence.
Oh my God.
Yahoo Plus. And girls don't even listen. Now them be the end product. They will be used. And then the native doctors confusing and convincing those young boys that when I give you this, bring the sister, some of those native doctors are into organ harvesting. So when you bring somebody for them to do as ritual, they will concoct something to give you. Most times it is your willpower.
Yeah, they use.
That's what people don't understand. When you have already believed in something, go and try it. It will work.
Yeah, it works.
It is that your willpower that helps you achieve that thing. Not whatever the native doctor gave you, but you've given him or her a human being or two human beings or two children. They go and do organ harvesting and sell. They'll say they've concord something. If that native doctor can concord that thing, why is he still there? He can make that money more than you. Why is he still living in that kind of? It's only Akwakuko that I've seen as a native doctor that is used to ride big cars and has duplex. Most of the native doctors are living in small huts, and they can convince you that they can do that. I'm not trying to say that they don't have the power, because we believe in those days, what our forefathers believe in, herbalists, different types of native doctors who are in charge. There are some who can pursue the evil spirit with herbs. There are some who can conquer the herbs and then your sickness can go. There are some who can conquer the herbs and tell you a fortune what can happen tomorrow. Not those ones who can come and tell you, I will make you make money. It never existed in those days. So these are modern native doctors, and some of them have graduated from being native doctors into becoming pastors.
I tell you.
So some of these modern pastors are just modern native doctors, but they have gone into pastors. All right, let's just put that aside. So in summary of that is that we can create the good image of Nigeria through filmmaking, through government being intentional, pumping fund, but ensuring that whoever collects that grant to make that film must sign an undertaking that if you don't use it, don't give it to the screen actors you see. Those ones you call stars. They are not filmmakers, they are employees in the industry. Go to the producers who will now fund other ones and call the best hands and make movie that will tell good story about Nigeria.
Thank you so much. All right, you spoke about tradition and culture. That brings us to your journey as a title holder, your cultural identity and Ozo title. You carry a prestigious title of Ozo Akpata Igbo. Akpaki Igbo. I beg your pardon. Akpaki Igbo, one of Inyi. So, how does this cultural honors shape your leadership style and vision in Africa heritage promotion?
In fact, you use that last sentence, Africa heritage. I have a brand called Face of African Cultural Heritage.
Oh my God.
I'll start promoting it from next year.
Oh my God.
But it was registered since 2016.
So you
2017. I registered it and kept it.
You give mass media a thumbs up.
Yes. So African Cultural Heritage is the. I have love for African culture.
Okay.
I made mention of some things here now. I said in those days our forefathers had their native doctors, the people they call native doctors, who specialize in different things that are good. These are our culture, not the modern ones that have been touched.
Okay.
So I am in love with African culture and cultural heritage. There are so many cultural heritages that we need to preserve. In fact, the United Nations, UNESCO, is interested in preservation of heritages. Because most of those heritages are going into extinction. Yesterday, I also heard it yesterday during the inauguration of that herbal medicine group. Some of those herbs that our forefathers used are going into extinction. Some people can no longer find them. What happened? People have gone into bushes, erased them. People have cut timbers and sold them. What do we do to preserve those cultural heritage? That is one of my movements. I took this title. In fact, as at the time I took my title in 2017, I took the title. I became the youngest Ozo in the whole of my town and in the whole of my local government.
That was then.
I motivated some young people. As at early this year, younger persons, more than 6 of them took Ozo title.
Oh my God.
Very much younger than I am.
Then.
So I am happy that I motivated them. Yeah. And then when you see me in my Ozo regalia, you see that prestige. I carry myself with prestige because that's what I learned. My father is an Ozo title holder.
Okay.
I learned it from my father. And my father will tell you that when he's in his regalia, that you are an embodiment of our culture. Yeah. So you should carry yourself with prestige. Abstain from the things that will make people mock that culture and that title.
Wow, that's
so
big.
There are so many. So when people used to obey some norms, as another title, there are things you don't do. You must not be where there will be injustice. Even currently as another title, I can never be, even if you're my best friend and you bring up a case and I see the case that you are the person at fault, I'll look into your eyes and say, my friend, are you there at fault? It's a title I took. As also, you must say the truth.
Yes.
So I can never stand where there is injustice. Number one. Then number two, where people are, unfortunately, our people are going down and dying recklessly because they are going against the norms of the land. You can see some traditional kings and then traditional office holders lying against widows, lying against some brothers in order to collect their land and connect people. Watch out. They don't end well.
That's true.
This land that we step on
has
power.
Yeah.
And you don't march on the land having taken a title that you are to protect the norms of the land and you are going against it. The land will take you. It will take you sooner than you think.
Wow,
so
cool.
You don't stay where there is injustice, especially when there is a land dispute. You must say the truth. When a widow is being oppressed, you must say the truth. And then you must have love for your land, for your town. The love how to develop your town. And charity begins at home. If every one of us in different towns have that love to develop their towns, Nigeria will become great.
Compassion for your people.
For your people. So Africa has a lot of cultural heritage. Okay, during the takeover of Prince Charles, as now King Charles, if you watched their procession, there was that ram in front, and there was a stone that they needed to get from, I think, from Scotland. They said that stone must come down. It is their culture, and they must do it, and we must clap for them. Now let's go back to do our own culture. They will demonize it. Wow. And say, you are still believing fetish things. If it were to be in Nigeria that ram was taken and that stone was brought, some pastors would have gathered here and say, abracadabra, the devil in that stone will command you out of it. What are you commanding? Out of what? Did that stone do anything against you? That stone was a symbol to them. And so with ours. We have so many symbols that we, out of naivety, we have condemned, we have shattered them, destroyed them, and burnt them. There are so many cultural heritages that are innocuous. They are harmless. I don't believe in those ones that are harmful. Like masquerades. Masquerade is like an embodiment of spirit. But then those masquerades that will now go and put hand in some charms, or that, my hands are off. So anything that has to do with juju that is demonic, my hands are off. But the ones that are to preserve our cultural heritage and say this is our norm, like you are trying to break a collar. As an author title, if I'm to break a collar, I have to sit down on my cap on my head, and I have to call on my ancestors to join me to eat this collar. It is not fetish. Why will it be fetish when me as a Catholic, I call St. Peter, St. Augustine, St. Thomas Aquinas? These are ancestors of other people. I believe they lived holy life. I call upon them to pray for me. My forefathers who lived holy life, I have the right also to call them while I'm praying and pouring libations. Say, come, help me, intercede for me, pray to Almighty God. Chukwu Okike. Chukwu Okike is the Almighty God. It's just a matter of words, languages.
And what's about?
When you say God Almighty, in translation, it's Chukwu Okike, Chukwu Okike, Chukwu Kasike niile. So if I call on God Almighty in my language and say, I am breaking this collar, Iloputife, which is my great-grandfather, come and join me in breaking this collar, and beg Chukwu Okike for me that while we eat this collar, may we eat life, may we gain life, may we get prosperity. I'm not being fetish. So after saying it, some people say, he's being fetish. I thought he's the child of God. What are you saying? So we have to preserve these cultures. That's what I'm saying. That all of our cultures are not fetish. And when they demonize our culture, we should rise against it. Okay. And the good thing, most of my friends who are Americans and then who are Europeans, when they see me in my full regalia, they love it. They adore it. Because I wear it with pride.
Yes, I've seen it.
And that is how we are supposed to project it. That is for the culture.
All right, thank you so much. That brings us to the number 5 questions, which is youth o'clock vision. Your youth o'clock vision is making wave. What gap did you see in the media space, and the motivations behind it?
The word youth o'clock is just o'clock. Clock means time. It is time for the youth. That's how the acronym came. It is time for the youth to take over. When I sit down to remember that Ojukwu led a Biafran war while he was in his 30s, late 30s, and then Gowon then took power. Gowon married while he was a president. Obasanjo them in their 30s and early 40s. Even in 1999, when we got the Fourth Republic, the democracy now, most of the governors, my former governor, Chimaro Kenamani, was in his 30s. Ojuzokan was in his, I think, 34, 35. Now, what is happening? They have taken their own time. They have taken our own time. They are taking the time of our children. They are still in power. So what we are advocating that it is time for the youth. It is youth o'clock. So we want to use media to sensitize the youth. Youth o'clock media is all about sensitizing the youth. Don't have apathy towards politics. Don't say politics is dirty.
Yeah, that's what.
Politics is not dirty. Come in there, let's wash it, even if it's dirty.
Bring your soap.
Bring your soap. Make I bring my water. We go wash them. You go clean by fire by force. But when you are out there, you allow the elderly ones who have been in politics for 40-something years, 50-something, and they are still there. Their children are taking over. They are breeding their own children. Yet they portray it towards you that politics is dirty. They want to do the wrong ones, the dirty jobs. They use you.
Yes.
So when they use you to do it, that's when you know that politics is dirty. But the good thing about politics, they won't.
They push you outside.
They push you out of it. They give it to their children. So it is time for the youth. It is youth o'clock for us to take over Nigeria. democratically.
Okay.
Get engaged in a political party. Get involved in a political party. Register within a political party. It mustn't be any big party. If we decide to make the unknown party our party, Nigerian youth, we are more than 100 million. 50% of us, if we register in any party. Okay, take it that we have different parties and that we have different ideologies. Let's even decide that we'll have a candidate. We'll decide that this is our best candidate. And all of us vote for that best candidate. Nobody can rig it.
Nobody can rig it.
You cast your vote and you protect it. But when you show a party, when you have a polling unit, or in the state they say that they have 2 million registered voters, and then on the election, about 400 persons will be accredited. Where are the others?
Sure.
You are making it easy for them to rig it.
Rig the election.
And tomorrow you will sit down and complain, oh, we have bad leaders, Nigeria is not going over. What have you done? Have you contributed your quota? Rise up as a youth. Enough is enough. Get a voter's card. If you don't have a voter's card, you are doing Nigeria bad. You are one of our problems. Go and get a voter's card. And on the day of election, if you don't vote, you are one of our problems.
Still one of our problems.
Go and vote. That thing you are saying, my vote doesn't count, is a lie. It's one of the lies being promoted by politicians to make sure that you don't vote. Because when you don't vote, they will have the margin to rig. When you vote, they can't rig it out. In 2023 election, I was encouraged. Because as an election observer, some people I observed around Kubwa and Buhari, I saw some youth, young ladies and young guys. They followed their votes, followed the returning officer down to the counting center. They were there.
That's cool.
I said, this is what is needed in Nigeria. If we do it in 2 seasons,
they will know.
Don't worry, if you vote the wrong person, next time we'll vote him out, put another person. Let the person be worse. No problem. One day we'll get it right.
Yeah, one day.
Don't be afraid. But do you know the best time of it? I produced a movie called One Last Chance. It's a short film. What is the story of that short film? The problem we have starts from political parties in their primaries.
Okay. Because
most youths are not registered party members and they don't canvass to win offices in political parties. Because if young guys and young girls are part of the escorts in political parties, during the primaries, they will have say.
That's true.
But because we've left political parties to be run by elderly ones, the elders, they are highly corrupt and they know how to. They will bring devils and blue sea for us as candidates.
Sure.
19 political parties, 4 major ones will bring 3, 4, 5 devils. You will be choosing among the devils which one is the lesser evil. That's where we find ourselves. But if we are all engaged in those political parties, and then we'll find out that during primaries, we will not allow them to rig it. We will produce the best candidate in our party and say our party will have a young person who is credible to represent us. Other parties will have other credible candidates. Now, among 10, for example, if it's 10 parties that are producing presidential candidates, among the 10, you see, we have good 10 persons, candidates. Let's choose the best out of them. But our problem is that, we don't, this one is 80 something, this one is 70 something, this one, this one, they corrupt. Okay, among these corrupt ones, let's choose the lesser corrupt one. And you expect magic.
No.
There won't be magic. So that's the sense of youth o'clock. Let's get involved.
As they call Nigerians stomach infrastructure youth.
On election day, as observer, when I go around and observe election and see people collecting 5,000, 10,000, sometimes if I see them, I'll just go say, you're a fool, and walk away. He won't know why I say you're a fool.
Sure.
You're a fool because that 10,000 will not last you 2 days.
Sure.
And if I am the person who has paid you to get this vote, you have no right to question me that I didn't use your resources or allocation well. Go to hell. Because I've paid you off. I must recoup my investment. Why not vote for that person who has no resources to share, but he is credible? He doesn't have a godfather. He doesn't have somebody to service. On that day, on the election, you collect 10,000, 20,000, and you go and vote. Collect 1 mudu of rice. salt, the women, they will give them wrapper. Now that wrapper you go tie die
for 4 years.
For 4 years, and you come out to complain.
By extension,
packet of Maggi. That packet of Maggi go sour your stomach because you use it under 1 week, you go finish. You come and say, the president, you did it. Refuse them when they come with those their money. Pour them water and sand. And some people will just, I won't say it's out of illiteracy. No, it's out of greed. They will say, this is only our opportunity to get it from them. When they go there, we will not see them again. You are an idiot. Sorry to use that word. You're an idiot. If you don't collect it from them, when they go up there, you have the audacity to question them. Do you know you can recall your House of Rep member? Do you know you can recall your senator? If he didn't pay his way up there and he's not performing, you will gather as electorate, as those who have voted him in, you will gather together and write to National Assembly that you want to recall him. You have the right to do that. But because he has paid his way in, you don't have the moral justification to do that. Even the land you are stepping on will judge you because you collected the money he gave you.
Okay, that being said, the youth are hearing, and I hope their minds are being changed and convinced for a better Nigeria. Okay, you said you're a public speaker and a social crusader. Your speeches often spark national conversation. What responsibility comes with being a public advocate in today's Nigeria?
Most times after speaking, they will not give you any political position. When there is time for appointment, they won't appoint you. Because you call a spade by its name.
Yes.
I have some of my friends who all entered into this political struggle gradually and advocacy. They are occupying some positions today. But some of us, when you call us for some dirty jobs, I will look into your face and tell you, go ahead, man. Call your children, let them do it. I'm someone's son. So if you love your children, my dad loves me too. Wow. And above all, I love Nigeria. I can't engage in that. The fact is, it comes with a lot of burden. You don't have financial gain. Some of my colleagues own their houses in Abuja today. Yeah. I'm still living in a rented apartment.
God will do it.
It's a rented house. I'm still living in a rented house.
You'll get yours.
Sure, I will, and I believe I will get it through my own efforts and God's grace.
Yes. Not
dirty jobs. So the burden lies on the fact that when you say the truth, they don't call you for certain things. They don't give you part of the national cake. They don't involve you in some dirty jobs that will make you gain some money
overnight.
To be a billionaire overnight. So they don't get involved. So that is actually the burden that comes with it. But some of us will do it out of joy. Some of my friends outside Nigeria often ask me, what are you still doing in Nigeria? How do you survive? Honestly, sometimes I've woken up many times and asked myself, what am I doing here?
Hey.
Because sometimes you check your pocket.
Okay, it's empty.
You check the number of requests you've gotten on phone for help.
Bills are everywhere, even in the dream.
Even in the dream. Bills everywhere. People will ask you for this help. And when you check your pocket that you've had like 15 requests for the day, you can't even sort out more than 5. You have your family to take care of. You ask yourself, what am I even doing here? Is it not better to Japa? But when you remember that you must stay here to ensure that you contribute to your quota in making Nigeria great, you sacrifice it and be here. In thick and thin, Nigeria remains my home.
Oh my
I love Nigeria with passion.
Thank
and
you.
We, in my own time, must make Nigeria great. I've told people, I will see Nigeria great in my own time.
Wow.
It is not after my time. It is in my own time. So that's the price we pay for being a social crusader. Asking people to do the right thing, because they won't call you when they are sharing some lagis. They won't call you because you call a spade a spade.
Okay, thank you for that very straight to the point, direct to the youth and Nigerians. I pray they listen. You said in your profile you are a multilingual. I said to myself, thank God I read your resume. Oh my God. You speak Igbo, English, Spanish fluently and you understand French. How has multilingual or communication helped your leadership here in Nigeria and outside internationally engagements?
Actually, Spanish. I learned Spanish while I was in South America, Ecuador.
Okay.
I told you my journey towards Ecuador. Ecuador speaks Spanish.
Wow.
Venezuela speaks Spanish, and then all the surrounding. In the whole of South America, it's Brazil that speaks Portuguese.
Okay, only Brazil.
They speak Portuguese. Other ones speak Spanish. And then when we went to Ecuador in those days.
How many days or years or months did you stay there?
In Ecuador, 3 years.
This experience, you stayed up to 3 years?
3 years.
That's cool.
That's where I lived longer.
Okay.
3 years and I think a few months.
Okay.
So in Ecuador in those days, majority of them don't understand English.
Wow.
It's only a handful of them.
Yes.
So we are forced to. Like those of us who want to mingle.
Yeah.
I opened a travel agency in Ecuador. So
Wow.
I had to learn by force to ensure that my business thrived. And I went for Spanish school. I have a certificate in Spanish language.
Wow.
But I came back from Ecuador since end of 2013, 2014. To God be the glory, I still speak the Spanish because I don't practice it often.
Yes.
But I still, because
it dies when you don't practice
yes,
it.
but it's in me.
Yes.
And each time I remember, I have to talk about it, and somebody speaks Spanish, I get elated, I get happy to respond.
Yeah.
It has also helped me to interact with some Spanish people. I've met a few of them and call for work and other things. And when they say their name, I say, you're South American. Eres Española? If it is for female. You are a Spanish person? Española is Spanish person.
Yeah.
They will say, yeah. They don't dare us. They don't dare us. Is where are you from?
Okay.
I say, okay. Somebody will say, okay, it's from Venezuela. Oh, Venezuela. ¿Tú hablas español? You say, sí. You speak Spanish? I say, yes. Okay. ¿De dónde aprendiste español? Where did you learn your Spanish?
Okay.
Oh, yo viví en Ecuador. I lived in Ecuador.
Okay.
Allí aprendí. There I learned. So that's Spanish. I love Spanish. The way you write it is the way you pronounce it.
Oh my
and then
God.
Igbo. I don't just speak Igbo. I speak even my own dialect.
Yeah, I can hear.
My dialect, my town. I speak my town, Gogo. That is my own Igbo. Then French was when I was in that Senegal.
Oh.
Senegal is a French country.
Yes.
It's a francophone.
Yeah, francophone.
So I learned small French from there. And the good thing is that French and Spanish has similarities.
Yes,
like comment ça va and comment estás. It's just different. Comment ça va, comment estás is how are you, how are you.
Okay.
So it has actually helped me. In fact, the more you learn languages, I have flair for languages, but I don't know what has happened these days because I want to learn even about 4 Nigerian languages more.
Okay, that's good.
I want to learn Hausa in full, Yoruba in full, even Kanuri. I want to learn those ones.
Okay,
to communicate.
Now we will allow you greet our viewers and Nigerians at home watching all over the country and of course before across the globe before we go for a break. Then when we come back, we'll take the remaining questions. Can you greet our audience? Let's start with our indigenous languages, your Igbo. Let's hear you.
Ụmụnna ekenekwa m unu nke onye chiri ya zelu ekene m ndị ize kene ndị ọzọ kene ndị niile ụmụafọ ndị na ebe ha na-agba mbọ na-achọ ife afọ ga-eri asị m na ọ ga-adịla unu mma ọ ga-adịla unu mma na eke dịla unu mma na orie dịla unu mma na afọ dịla unu mma na nkwọ ihe unu ga-eri ga-abịakwute unu nke ga-eri unu ama mbịa ọ dị njọ n'iru unu ga-anọ n'azụ ọ dị njọ n'azụ unu ga-anọ n'iru ihe akụ ihe enweme ga-elu unu aka ka m na-agụlụ unu ya bụ ọfọ ndụ ga-elukwazi m ebe ọ dị mma ka unu ga-abanye ebe ọ dị njọ unu ama mbanye na ya chetakwanụ na akwụrụ ụlọ okwu ebe o si ebe ọ bụla unu kpatakwanya bụ akụ kaba ahụ funu unu nyeruru ya ndị ụlọ funu unu wenatarụrụ akụ ụlọ ya nwee ihe unu rụpụtara n'ụlọ ga-eji mma na akụrụrụ ụlọ akụrụkwara anụ ụlọ okwu ebe o si chetakwa nne gị cheta nna gị ndị rapụrụ n'ụlọ O nwere ihe nna anyị Zik delu mgbe ọ gara obodo oyibo. Ihe o delu na ihe ozi ya bụ cheta ka ezi dị. Chetakwa ka ezi dị mgbe ị hapụrụ ụlọ. Ekwena ka ofu ogori a na-agba n'obodo oyibo mee ka iru rapụ gị gbabazi ofu ogori chefuo. Ekwena ka ofu ogori napụ gị ihe ịbịala ime. Gbado anya n'ihe ịbịala ime.
I feel like clapping for you. All right, Ndibo, you have heard from your ambassador, Honorable Rikki Chinedu. Okay, it's going to greet don't forget, it's Mass Media Hub. All those watching Mass Media Hub worldwide, around the globe, both Nigeria and across Nigeria. Greet our fans in, what's it called? Spanish.
Oh, yeah. Ustedes que están mirando, escuchando de Mass Media, por favor, siga escuchando, siga mirando. Este Mass Media es una channel que es muy verdad. Aquí, hablando verdad, cosas que es muy importante para este país, Nigeria. Por favor, por favor, por favor. No andas allá haciendo las cosas que es mal. Anda las cosas que es bueno. Si tienes dinero, no olvides que Nigeria es tu país. Regresa aquí, Nigeria. Regresa aquí para que nosotros construye un país que es muy, 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 muy orgullosamente africana, orgullosamente nigeriana. Aquí estamos en Nigeria. Somos nigerianos.
Wow.
Somos orgullosamente nigerianos.
Wow. I love this. I love this. Thank you so much. The last but not the least, before allowing you go for break, you will greet our global director. She's watching you now. Her name is June Christopher. Greet her in French. Let her be happy with what we're doing here.
Global director June
Christopher.
June Christopher. You remember I said I understand a handful of French. But I'm gonna ask you, comment ça va June Christopher? Ça va bien? Je m'appelle Rikki. Et tu t'appelles June Christopher. Est-ce un plaisir? Est-ce un plaisir? Ça va bien.
Ça va, ça va,
bien.
ça va. All right, we'll go on the short break. And when we're back, we'll continue. Don't forget, Right Honorable Rikki Chinedu NWAJIOFOR is still in the building. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. viewers, we're still on the spotlight with celebrities, and our celebrity on our hot seat today is Honorable RIKKI, Right Honorable RIKKI NWAJIOFOR. And of course, for those who have been with us since we started, you agree with me that this young man is a well full of wisdom, enough experience and achievement to his own archive. We want to say thank you so much for your time spent so far. I will just have a few questions before we allow you go. Don't forget, mass media, we're into training of young people in AI. We want them to know the positive side, you know. Everything has positive and negative, but we are in charge of both the positive and the negative. We can convert and make you a better person using the AI. And that's what we're doing. It's our own quarter in training. Maybe in the next time you come, you will sponsor 2 persons in our institution. Okay, let's go straight to our question as we round up. Nollywood and national rebranding. You are a Nollywood stakeholder, AGN member, association of movie producer, and you have your own movies in your own archive. In your words, what should Nollywood storytellers focus on if Nigeria truly want to reshape its global image? It's a little reverse from
I think we said it before.
Yeah.
It's something that we've discussed before. Storytellers in Nollywood, who are the script writers, must focus on rebranding our nation.
Yes.
But a script writer doesn't is an employee.
Okay.
It is the producer who tells the script writer, I need so kind of story. Script writers on their own can come up with stories, synopsis of their stories, and they want to sell the synopsis. If they often come up with those synopses that promote get rich quick syndrome and producers don't buy them, they will be forced to drop them and write better stories and give better synopses that they can develop to be better stories. So the producers, one my colleagues, I am challenging all of us. Like the one I just mentioned, the short film I produced called One Last Chance. The story was just very simple, written by Conrad Smart. The story is about telling Nigerians that our problem of electing wrong leaders starts from primary elections. So if we need to rebrand Nigeria, let's tell a true story. I made mention of the Americans. America can never lose in a war. In any film.
In any of their films.
But then that does not mean that America is that super human. But then a child, an American child, grows up believing that he or she is a superhuman. American won't tell you, I'm an American citizen. No, you tell you, I'm an American.
God bless America.
God bless America. And one thing I came to love about America, they believe in God. Forget about whatever thing they try to bring the secular aspect of it. America believes in God.
It's number one.
Check their money. In God we trust. Anything that president says and finishes, he must say, God bless America. It's a prayer. But we don't understand it. Any of the politicians, or whenever they finish, you must hear, God bless America. Now, America devotes one day in a year to give thanks to God, and it's happening today, 27th November. Every 27th November is called Thanksgiving Day in America. It's happening right now. Every family must come together and thank God. It's called Thanksgiving Day. And any person who understands the spirituality understands that Thanksgiving, gratitude opens more doors. When you thank God for whatever he has done, he will do more. That is just a simple aspect of it. So, rebranding, coming back to your question, Nollywood can help rebrand and reshape the image of Nigeria. people spoiled our image. Do you know that CNN will want to show part of Nigeria and they will show those terror reading parts, and they will show some children on Kwashoko. Yeah. They recently stopped it because people are advocating for them to stop it. It's stereotyping Nigeria.
Yes.
You know, an embarrassment I got when I was in South America, Ecuador. My ex-girlfriend in Ecuador woke up, we were just talking one day. She couldn't understand. She just asked me, is it true that you people live on trees?
Wow.
You know, when I used to hear this before I traveled, I thought it's just a story. My ex-girlfriend asked me one-on-one.
Wow.
I laughed. I opened up my phone and showed her our house in my village. A good house. I showed her some movies, Nigerian movies. I said, these are not AI created houses.
Oh my God.
These are houses.
Yes.
I showed her mansions. I said, why do you have that kind of notion? She said, yeah, we are told, even in school, that Africa is so poor, that we don't have houses, that we live on trees. Some politicians who are currently in politics use those things to collect money from the Oyibos in those days. That when they want to do documentary, they do documentary of Kwashoko children, and then they do documentary of dilapidated houses, mud houses, and show to them that these are where the people are staying. That was how 419 started. And some of them are in politics today. And we know them. So you've projected us in bad image, and then this is how they see us. There is nothing you do today unless an Oyibo man or woman gets so much in contact with you and listen to you and experience you.
If not,
they don't believe you're a human being. They believe that you are subhuman.
Oh my God.
But when they experience it, they will say, you are great. That's you are great. It's not a compliment. It's like they are clearing their doubt, part of their doubt.
You have just messed them up. Their mindset have changed.
So we need to reshape the image. There is one music Osadebe sang. So that brethren, come, let's make our country great. Let's rebuild our nation. That there is no nation that doesn't have problems.
Yes.
Every nation has problems, but they come together to resolve their problems. In unity, we will be greater. Nollywood can help, but like I said, you can't force Nollywood to do anything with their own money, hand money, without government injecting funds, getting involved. Do you know that government can build cinemas and remove it from the hands of individuals?
Wow.
If you build cinemas, producers will see where to go and sell their movies. When you air your movies in cinemas, you make money. You have a good return on investment. But when you produce movie with your hard-earned money, go to private-owned cinema and give it to them, they will tell you that it is 60-40 or even 70-30 in some cases. You are earning 30%. The owner of the cinema is earning 70%. Sometimes they take 60%, and when they give you 40%, you are rejoicing. It is your movie. It is your ingenuity. It is your resources. And they will go with it. If government invests in cinemas, reduce it. You know that government can be earning like 25%. Why the filmmakers are going home with 75%? It will encourage them to do, before you come and air it in government-owned cinemas, it must be a story that will project government image on Nigeria, not government image, because if you want to project government image, you are taking bribe. Because they will do bad in project. No, project the image of Nigeria. Even when you show the problems of Nigeria, proffer solutions in it, and at the end, project Nigeria as a winner.
Yeah.
That is just a simple. We are not telling you not to project the small problems you have. Every country has problems. America projects small problems when they go to war. They project the little problem, not all the problems anyway, but then proffer solutions in it. In any script you are writing as a filmmaker, let there be a solution profile
for the end of the film.
At the end of the film, so that we will learn that if we do this, this will be solved, and then at the end, let Nigeria triumph.
Wow! Thank you so much. Second to the last question, you occupy so many leadership roles as youth advocate and youth influencer. You hold so many offices. What would you change in this country or do properly if you were to be given the office of the president for 2 days?
If I become the president of Nigeria today, the first thing I will do that will shock everybody is see all our mineral resources, oil wells. I will retrieve them.
Wow.
Nigeria can't be rich and still be poor.
Oh my God, talk to me.
So sometimes I sleep and wake up and can't fathom the reason behind giving out oil wells to individuals. And Nigeria is borrowing money from other countries to fund our budgets and projects.
Oh my God.
But individuals who own oil wells are riding in private jets and spending money stupendously, and their children are lavishing money anyhow. That oil well belongs to the Nigerian state. If I must give it out, there must be a spelled out modalities. You cannot earn more than 30% in it. Nigeria earns 70%. That is number one. Number two, if not just oil wells, all the mineral resources will be owned by the states. No more borrowing. Number two, if you are found in any corruption case, you go to jail, life imprisonment. I will reactivate. Forget about all the Oyibos, Western world saying no capital punishment. Corruption case must go to Japan. Go to Japan, and when you are convicted of any corruption case, you'll be executed. And there was a story of somebody who came from Nigeria, and then he saw phone somewhere and told his friend, the person that was taking him, I see phone and people are passing and nobody has talked. He said, not because they are sent, but because they know that when you pick up this phone, you'll be caught in camera soon, and when you are caught, is either you are killed or you go to life, you go to jail, a serious jail that will teach you a lesson. So there must be capital punishment, serious punishment, even if we're not using capital punishment, serious punishment for corrupt practices. If you are caught in any corruption case, tell me why somebody will squander billions of money that is meant for public service. That person will go to court and plead guilty and do a plea bargain. You've charged me a 50 billion naira case, corruption case of fraud. Okay, I've spent 30 billion. Please let me return 10 billion or 15 billion. Let me manage the remaining 5 billion. Are you stupid? And somebody will sign it and agree. For even accepting that you are guilty, you die in prison. You be there and spend the rest of your life, and everything you own will be retrieved and owned by the state. But unfortunately, Nigeria, whenever they retrieve anything after a corruption case is won, it will be relooted. Somebody has looted 50 billion and other houses. Nigeria will win the case and then collect it back, and then other people will reloot it again. They will reshare it amongst themselves. So if I become he asked me only two things.
Just 2 days. In 2 days.
In 2 days. These are the reforms that I will bring in. First, I will retrieve all those licenses. It will be owned by Nigeria. 2, corruption cases will be dealt with. And then, rule of law will be number one thing. You see, judiciary, I will empower them. But if you are found guilty as a judge, if you judge any case, and there is an atom of bribe, life imprisonment.
Before your license will be seized.
It will be dealt with. So just I don't know. I wish I become the president.
No. I pray so. I like your passion in making sure.
But what makes me cry sometimes is that why will the countries we are better than live better life than us? Some individuals in Nigeria who are politicians are richer than our country, and then nobody is saying anything. It's well.
Okay, thank you so much for those your deep thoughts. about shaping Nigeria. I hope those in the helms of affairs are listening and watching. The last question, which affects your constituency. Youth of today don't want to work, and there are people now watching you. I want to be like this guy. I want to travel to Ecuador. I want to travel to these 14 countries and more you have traveled to. What do you have to say to these passionate youths who want to be like you? Advice for them.
Number one, of all the most beautiful places, home is the best. There is no greener pasture out there. There is no country you will go that you will become a first-class citizen. If you manage to become second-class citizen, you go for Thanksgiving. You'll be regarded always as third-class citizen. You can't do what the first-class citizens can do. You will one day be reminded that you're a foreigner. Nigeria is overblessed. We are sitting on so many natural resources. We are working on gold. We are working on diamonds. Our problem is bad leadership. Don't run out to those countries. Contribute your quota. Let's put hands on deck. Join hands together. Get involved in politics. Machiavelli will say that the end justifies the means. Some people misunderstand him, but what I understand from him is that join politics so that when you come up at the limelight where you can influence power, you can now do the right thing. That end has justified the means of you entering through politics, not the other way around, that even if you kill or maneuver, that the end, when what you gain justifies the means of whatever you've done. No. That's what I understand, the aspects of my understanding of that Machiavellian principle. Let's join hands and make Nigeria great. You see, get rich quick syndrome. It kills.
Thank you.
It will make you lose God-given talent. You will not even go back to your inner self to discover what God has given you. I believe the fact that every human being created by God is an embodiment of talent. Yeah. It takes you time to have a personal recollection and find out where God has called you. You are Chi, the Chi that created you, the Chi you came to life with, has a purpose for you. When you begin to jump from pillar to post, you may not be able to discover. It's true that the country is not so wonderful at the moment. It's true that the conditions may not help you thrive. But then I will ask you, if all of us run away, who would better Nigeria? Who would make sure that Nigeria becomes great for our children and grandchildren? Do you think about posterity? If we all leave Nigeria, what will posterity talk about us? If Nnamdi Azikiwe and all of them, Awolowo with them, if they had all run away, will Nigeria be an independent country? Not at all. I beg of you, forget about get rich quick syndrome. The value of a man or a woman is not by the wealth he or she acquires, but the lives you affect positively. If you're able to make impact in the lives of people positively, that is how rich you are, not the amount of money you have. Those money that are ill-gotten, just like ill wind, it blows and it passes away. It will fade off. Read the history of those who have gotten their money in ill ways. They never ended well. My advice, do not crave to make wealth. To make money. Crave to create wealth. If you create wealth, you create employment, you create a legacy, a lifetime legacy, that your name will be heard generation upon generation. Thank you.
All right, thank you, viewers. Watching around the world and in Nigeria here, we want to say thank you. Thank you for your support, your energy, and your commitment to Mass Media Hub. We want to say thank you to our powerful guests who have graciously shared deep insights, wisdom, and inspiration today. I want to say God bless you, Honorable. Right, Honorable. God bless you. And to our viewers, keep tuned. Anytime we come, we'll bring a great inspiration to you. Men and women who have traversed the looks and crannies of Nigeria and of course outside the country with their words of wisdom and experiences. What you need is experience. One word can change you. One revelation can change your whole life. So stay tuned and God will bless you. Remember, Mass Media Hub, we celebrate great minds and we bring to your doorstep people who can make you a better person. Until we meet again, keep watching Mass Media Hub. My name is Ambassador Stainless Precious, and my guest today is...
I am Right Honorable RIKKI NWAJIOFOR. Keep watching Mass Media Hub.
Thank
Don't
you.
change the dial. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, you would do... Okay.